Hello everyone, this is Day Trader Matt with abusinesswithtrading.com doing a market recap for Tuesday the 14th of June. What we did in the markets today, we had 3 trades for a maximum profit potential of 5 points or 20 ticks, and we definitely did better than that today. Definitely did make it a good day. When the market opened here, I started seeing some stuff. It was a pretty large gap up, and I took a long 44 seconds into the market at 8.25, and we were able to ride that up, exiting on the way up. We took a short up in this area here, and we did take profits fairly quickly on that. It was an all-out type of situation. We didn't reverse position. We just took profits. The market did run up, and then we took a short right here at 3.25, and we were able to take profits on that on the downside. And from there, the market was basically over, and it's obviously run up a little bit more since the 12 o'clock room close. So it was an interesting day. It was pretty choppy up here for about an hour and a half, actually. Well, about an hour, 11:30. The market started doing something. It was kind of too late for a trade. When I did close the room, I did talk about wanting to go short up here. I pointed out a couple levels. That trade did work out. I'm not going to include that in the room because it didn't happen before 12. I did talk about that. I talked about a couple other things, and I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty interesting day. I mean, I think every day is interesting because I have a passion for this. I love trading. I love watching the markets. That's something that I enjoy. And if you do something you enjoy every day, then you just have fun all the time. And I think that's what life's all about. Life is short, and you want to do something you enjoy. You want to have fun every day. And for me, having to go into a job that I don't like was something that I knew when I was a teenager that that's something I didn't want to do. And, sometimes you know what you want to do, and sometimes it takes a while. Like, I know some people, they don't really realize what they are called to do until they're in their 30s. Some people realize it early, some people realize it late. But, I definitely do enjoy talking about the markets, trading, being part of the markets. It's a lot of fun for me. I really do enjoy it. And, a lot of people have told me that passion is, transferred in the room. People see that, and, it definitely does make every day a lot of fun. Just to recap again, we did have 3 trades, maximum profit potential of 5 points, which equates to $250, 20 ticks. Definitely not bad for 2.5 hours worth of work. Making $250, definitely not a bad thing at all. The website is www.abusinesswithtrading.com. Stop by, check it out. Every morning I do an analysis. Every day after 12 I do a recap of what we did. For the members, I usually go over, when I close the room, I spend a couple extra minutes going over what I'm looking for in the coming hours, sometimes days and months I get into. But it does make it a lot of fun. And do I trade 100% off of my analysis? No, of course not. But I do make the analysis, and the more analyses that you make, the better likelihood you have of being correct as going forward. I'm making analysis now. It's either right or wrong. If it's wrong, I can learn from it. If it's right, I can still learn from it. And then the more you learn, the more correct you will be in the future. I know some people, they just make a ton of different predictions, wild predictions, a lot of them contradictory. And yeah, of course they're going to be right because they make contradictory, stupid projections. But what I'm talking about is something totally different than that. I'm talking about you make one analysis, you stick by it. It's either going to be right or it's going to be wrong. You're going to learn from it, and you're going to start seeing things eventually in the markets that you never saw before. And I go over that in the room, and you know, people learn, and because I get feedback, so I know, and it's a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun. Anyway, check out the website. It may be for you, it may not be. At least say hi in the contact form. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy hearing feedback, whether it's positive or negative. Because either way you can learn from it. So I do enjoy that. Thanks for watching these videos. If you enjoy this video, please click the Twitter, Facebook, and like buttons. Definitely would appreciate that. Have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow morning in the markets. Thank you.